All right, guys. So I think it looks like we've dropped in the middle. Let me quickly transition back into where we left things off. So I think you should be able to see my screen now. So yeah, perfect. We are back. So let us see where we left it. I think here we have sort of made a loss, right? We've made a loss of minus something. I think 663 or something like that. Let's go back to our dates. So we are in the expiry of 18th Jan. So let's go. Sorry for that. There's a quick drop, I think, in the stream for some reason. So if 18th Jan expiry, that's on the 11th of Jan at 9:30 is when we are launching this. So this is 11th of Jan, 9:30. So on the 18th of Jan is where, sort of we'll be going with this. So perfect. So slightly out of the money. Let's sell the P. Remember, we were here in this part. Now, this is the leg where it ends in a loss. So we can then sort things out from there. Okay. So let's move on. So end of the day, then next day, then the next day, then the next day, then the next day. The last day is when we make a loss, right? There you go. So last day is where we make a loss of 4,120. So we'll go make a note of that. That's the last day. Yeah, perfect. So minus 4,120. Let's put a note here. That's minus. So cool. Now let's move back. So like we said, if we get a loss, which is if spot of Nifty, that is 21,474 and 21,650, if it is below the strike price, then buy Nifty and close the PE, right? So that's what we need to do. So we will close the PE and we will buy Nifty. So like I said, we can buy it right away or we can buy it tomorrow, which is the next day. So let us buy it the next day. Let's see what happens. So there you go. And here we can't buy Nifty, so we are buying a Nifty future. Ideally speaking, when you're doing this in real life, you would want to buy Nifty Bs. This is just a backtest, so I want to see if the math works out. So that is why I'm doing this. So now that we've bought a future, what should we do? We need to uh nif yeah, we need to now sell a call, right? Buy Nifty, and after that the step is sell a call. So we are now going to sell a out of the money call option, which is right here, and let's again run this, right? We are moving to end of the day. The next day, okay, Saturday there was open day, I think, on January. So yeah, look at this. Tuesday we've made a big loss, so it's a big size of loss, and then Wednesday a slight recovery. Thursday we ended up with 99,000 loss, right? So this is a big loss. So what we are going to do in this case is, yeah, there you go. So in this case, what we are going to do is, like I said, if this is Nifty Bs and the strike price, if you look at the strike price, if you look at spot price, 21,391, and the strike price of 21,700, okay? If Nifty closes above the strike price, then you will sell Nifty. But Nifty did not close above the sell price. It closed below, right? Look at this. 21,700 is the strike, 21,391 is the spot. So you will book your profit, continue this future, which means because it's Nifty Bs, you can actually continue it. Here I cannot do that. Okay. So if I want to move forward, it'll ask me to exit the 25th Jan position, which is the future. Technically, I don't have to book my losses yet. Okay. But let's say in this scene, I am booking my losses. So you end up making a loss of 9,000. So let's go enter that here. Let's delete this, copy this, paste this. Let's say 9,007. I think that's how much loss we've made. Then we'll move on to the next week. So just to be clear, 1 minute later, I'm going to go back and buy my future because ideally I can roll over my futures or I can continue holding my Nifty Bs, right? There's no reason to square it off. So I will still have a loss of 16,000 and I'll have a profit of 7,359. Now, what should we do? We need to again sell a slightly out of the money call option. So that's what we are doing again. Let us run the show again. Technically, I should have done this at 9:30. I'm just doing it at 9:16. End of the day. Let's run it. There you go. Slight recovery in profits. The next day, let's run it. Wednesday, we made significantly more profit. Thursday, which is the last day, you've ended up in profit in both the future and the call option. Again, let's check our conditions. Spot is 21,681. Our strike is 21,500. Right. So now let's check our condition. Nifty closes above the strike price. Sell Nifty and close the C. So Nifty closed above the strike price. What am I going to do? Ideally, I would then sell Nifty and close the strike price, right? So for example, sell Nifty, and now I have my cash back. I can again start doing the cash secured puts, right? That's all we need to do here. Uh, so we did sell our Nifty. Now what we can do is, let's go back to 8th February, and I can just start selling the put options, right? So I hope you guys are understanding the process here. That's why we call it the wheel. So I'm going ahead and selling my put options. End of the day, let's go 1 day forward, 1 day forward, you're with a slight profit. 1 day forward, you're with a good profit. 1 day forward, and there you go. You've made a loss on the last day of the week. So let's go ahead and book that loss. Okay. Uh, and let's check for a condition, right? So 21,900 PE, 21,753. That is your spot price. Let's go back to our condition. If Nifty is above the strike price, continue selling. If Nifty is below the strike price, buy Nifty and close the PE. Okay. So Nifty, which is 21,753, is it below the strike price 21,900? Yes, it is. So we will close the PE and buy the Nifty. Okay. I won't buy it now because if I buy it, it will give me the same 8th February, which is already expired. So let me go 1 minute ahead, next day morning, and I'll buy this. Again, guys, you in Nifty Bs, you don't have to do any of this, right? I'll do this as a last experiment. Let's finish up the month of February. Um, so yeah, we've now got Nifty at 21,783. Now let's also do a cover call sell. So slightly out of the money, call sell. Let's run this till end of the day. There you go. You've made a slight loss in the call. The next day, or just a second, this should be buy, right? If you remember, this should be buy. So the next day, this is what we do. Wednesday, this is how it looks like. Thursday, we are in a good profit of 11,955. The next, I mean, also the call is in a 645 profit. If you see, let's check for our condition again. What is the condition? If Nifty closes above the strike price, let's see our strike price. Our strike price is 21,750. Nifty has closed at 21,926. So I am going to book the profit and close this as well. And I'm now having cash to again sell a cash secured put. So let me go back to the next minute. So the new week is loaded in here. Just a second, let me add these profits 7 7. Also give me a minute. I want to see how much profit we've made till here, right? So I think in the last week of February, we've basically made. I mean, sorry, just a second. 29 Jan expiry is on the first. 2nd February expiry on the 8th. Cool. So I think 2nd February we basically made a loss of 2695. So let us just make a note of that. Uh, so this was 2695, right? Yeah, 2695. Perfect. And the week before that, we had two positions, right? There we go. 1st February, we had one position where you sold a C with a future. Right. All right. Perfect. So, and what is the last week? Okay, this is 9th of February, these two options, and this is the 1st of February. So 9th of February, we made a profit of 12,600, which is basically expiring on the 15th. 12,600. We made a profit, and this only 1st of February we've made a profit, right? So I can just select these ones, and this is the 1st of February, if you see, and that has given us a total profit of 6887. Perfect. So let's get back and check our cumulative. So as of now, our cumulative is 10,300. Let us quickly do this. 10,300. What did we miss? Okay, we missed the first week of 778. So 19 Jan, that's the expiry on 25th Jan. That has given us a total loss of 9,600. We've taken a note of that. Perfect. Second is 2695. All right. All right, guys. Let's move on to the next week. Uh, so I will clear all of this. Let's move on to the next week. What is the next week? We are done with February 2nd. So let us now sell our option, our call option, right? Because we did close in the money. What did we do is we sold the call and the call was slightly above. So we did close in the money. I hope you got the gist of what I'm trying to say here, what that whole strategy is. So what I can do is at the end of this video, because I don't want to keep you guys waiting, at the end of this video, I can do post a small link to that Excel sheet that we have discussed. I will finish up all the calculations, but I think it's a fun strategy to sort of explore with all the bans that the SEBI government, or sorry, the SEBI is putting on traders, where they're trying to increase the lot size and the margins and things like that. I think it'll be a great thing to see if we can focus more on the deliveries. So that's my take. I'll let me know if you find this interesting. I can again put the sheet in the comment section below. And let me know if you want to test this on Back Nifty. I can sort of do a back test video with you for that. And I'm slowly planning to implement this. So let's see how that goes. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will be creating videos more regularly from this week onwards. My plan is to create them on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, at least 2 days out of, in one week. So let us see how that goes. Thank you so much. Lovely connecting.